Hey buddies, my name is Andrey and I'm here to prove to you that Brazil is more than samba, football and carnival. And if you don't know me, I'm a Brazilian. Thank you so much to be here. And I share things about Brazil, city, culture, habits. And today I'd like to talk about a city. I'm here in Rio Branco, located in Acre state, in the north of Brazil, really far away from São Paulo or Rio, for example. And I'm in front of the palace of Rio Branco. And why this name, Rio Branco? Because of a Brazilian diplomatic, a guy called the Baron of Rio Branco. He was responsible to bring Acre to Brazil because here we're part of Bolivia, and according to some fights and some issues between Brazil and Bolivia, they decided to bring Acre to Brazil. In Brazil, it was necessary to pay, like, I think, 2 million pounds by that time, in the end of the 19th century. And now Acre is part of Brazil, and because of this guy, the Baron of Rio Branco, they started to call the city Rio Branco, and here it's the capital of Acre state. And important to say, don't forget to bring your sunscreen, because here in the north of Brazil it's like 38, 35 degrees. It's like the normal day here. In Manaus, which is located the Amazon rainforest, and Rondônia as well, so be careful of yourself. But it's really important, don't forget to follow me, subscribe, comment below and put your thumbs up. I'm using my mask, okay? I'm just in a safe place to start to record to you and talk with you. And yeah, I'm one of the breeds here. We have 3, and we have Joaquim Macedo over there. I'm gonna show you later. And that's it. Let's go into the other part of Rio Branco. Can you see these colorful houses? So Rio Branco was born here in front of the river bank called Acre. So you have this part, you have that part as well. You have some bridges there connecting the 2 places. And before the boom of the rubber tree started here. So yeah, I have these nice houses, and after the boom of the rubber tree, I'm gonna show you later, the city started to grow here. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm really shy to record this because it's not common to see people, you know, speak English here in Brazil, and especially, you know, well, I don't feel comfortable to do this on the streets, and this is the first time that I'm recording a video like on the streets of Brazil. And yeah, it's like a challenge, and at the same time really good thing, because I'm sharing Brazil to you. So yeah, let's do it and let's go. So buddies, I'm here in the Revolution Square, or Praça da Revolução. It's a really important place here in Rio Branco because it happened a revolution here called Acreana, Revolução Acreana, or Acreana Revolution. And behind of me you have a statue of Plácido de Castro, which were like a hero by that time, because when Acre became a Brazilian state, it happened a war and against the Bolivians, and they won, so that's why they are Brazilians right now. And yeah, a little bit of story. So guys, I'm here in the Rubber Museum, so let's gonna see a little bit about the story with Acre and the rubber. So let's go. So inside of the museum we can see at first the Seringueira, in English is the rubber tree, and there we can extract latex, and with latex we can produce rubber. So they do this kind of cuts, and the white liquid is the latex. And inside of the museum you can see a little bit about the region, and you have some photos as you can see, and an interesting fact which is I discovered there at Second World War, which is really necessary to bring rubber for the war. The Brazilian army said to a Brazilian, hey, you're gonna work on Acre safe without any problem or go to the war in Italy. So these soldiers was called the rubber soldiers. So they started to work at these places with the rubber trees. The government said like, hey, we're gonna help you with house, tools and everything, but of course it didn't happen. And they had a bad moment, and they started to work on these plantations. So you have some photos of these black balls, it's the rubber. So you have a lot of teenagers, a lot of young guys went to the place to, be safe and not go to the war. And they had bad moments as well. And I don't know why I recorded the ball, but they have some photos, a lot of dude. And in this part of, you can see a ship. It was the transportation by that time, and videos with some older guys today talking about their experiences that they lived in that moment of Brazil. And here it's a house of a Seringalista, which is a guy who works with rubber trees and latex. So you have a lot of tools, a radio, a nest, and tools necessary to work in the jungle. You have some plate, and you have a gun, of course, because you have wild animals, jaguars, and snakes. And really simple, really rustic, made of wood, a lot of tools and the structure of the house. So yeah, if you wanna see a little bit about that part of Brazil, go to the Rubber Museum because it's worth it a lot. The museum have this tiny kind of hut, and was the place that the rubber soldiers produced the rubber. So you have a rustic press, and you have this hole with fire, and they rotated this kind of stick in the middle with that black part, which is the rubber. And as you can see, it is totally rustic and without some development. So this is the Joaquim Macedo Walkway, and look the curve, how curious it is. So I have the 3 bridges connecting, 1, 2, and 3 over there. And in front of me, this yellow place, it's the old market, or in Portuguese, Mercado Velho. And it's a place with typical food, clothes, what else? Magnets. You have a lot of typical things from Acre. And look how curious. Well, we Brazilians are really mixed, but here I heard people speaking like a kind of indigenous language, and that's really fun because I'm from São Paulo state, and it's not common to see there. And I was buying a magnet, and the woman was, oh, okay, it's 30 reais, blah 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 blah, and she started to talk in another language with a girl, and that's really curious. And searching about that, I discovered that here it is one of the most mixed places in Brazil, because you have indigenous people with European people as well, of course Portuguese, and have people from Middle East. So that's why you have some typical foods inspired on food from Middle East, for example kibe or kebab, etc. So buddies, I'm here in Capitão Ciríaco Park. It's a quiet place that you can take a tour, a walk. And I would like to say why Acre and this place of Brazil was so important for us, and it's still, it's important. Because here we had a tree called Seringueira, or in English, the rubber tree. And with that rubber tree, we can extract latex. And with latex, we can use to produce rubber. So here, we are really close to the Amazon rainforest. They discovered this in the 19th century. And it happened a boom here, an economic cycle. Around 19th century and the 20th century, and this place started to be grow in population, and it happened a development here. People start to work with these rubber trees, and I'm gonna show you later a tree, the way how they did the process to extract. And this place, you can hear the noise of the jungle. That's really awesome. And I'm drinking my Guaraná soda. If you already heard about Guaraná, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a tiny orange fruit. It's look like an eye, and it's really good. And we have a favorite brand called Guaraná Antarctica, but this one, it's called Tuxaua. Really different that we have here in the north of Brazil, and the taste is different. You need to taste to understand what it is. Like you don't have a flavor similar to any other fruit, and yeah, only in Brazil. And these guys, the Seringalistas, people who works with the rubber trees, it's important to mention Chico Mendes. He was an important guy here, leader of these Seringalistas, and he was really important. He protected these Amazon rainforests, because people were here just for money and extracting without permission, or doing things, don't caring about the forest. And this guy were really important. He got killed in his house in Chapuri, a close city here to Rio Branco. And yeah, if you search about Brazil, you should search about Chico Mendes as well. And can you see, these all are rubber trees, seringueiras. You can see the scratches over there. So the process to extract the latex, they do these cuts, and the tree started to bleed. So that's why they put a bowl, pick that latex, and well, they can produce the rubber. So buddies, I hope you like it. I did my best to show you the best places here. It was just walking without cars and motorcycles and planes, and it's a beautiful place. It's a nice place. So if you are in Manaus or in Porto Velho, go to Rio Branco and see here. It's a beautiful place, as you can see here. If you want to see more cities about Brazil, I have an ebook I'm gonna put on the description. And that's it. Thank you so much for this opportunity to show you my city my country, and this beautiful place. Thank you so much. Muito obrigado. Again, don't forget to share this video and thumbs up and comment below. And that's it. See you around, and I'm waiting for you in Brazil. Ciao.